Most people think the Border Collie is the perfect dog because it's famous for being one of the smartest breeds in the world. But here's the truth nobody tells you up front. A Border Collie can either become the best dog you've ever owned or the most exhausting mistake you'll ever make. And the difference is not the dog, it's your lifestyle. So before you fall in love with those sharp eyes, the athletic body, and the genius dog reputation, let's break down everything you must know, including temperament, training needs, exercise, family life, pros and cons, and exactly who should and should not get a Border Collie, because this decision will affect your next 10 to 15 years. Border Collies originally came from the border regions of Scotland and England, where farmers needed a dog that didn't just run fast, but could think fast, stay focused for hours, and control sheep using intelligence and strategy rather than strength. And that's why, even today, Border Collies are not naturally built to be lazy house pets. They're built to work, and that working instinct is still alive in them no matter where they live. Even if you raise one in a city home with no sheep anywhere in sight, the Border Collie's brain will still wake up every morning thinking, "What's my job today?" And if you don't give them a job, they will create one on their own. And trust me, you may not like the job they choose, because a bored Border Collie doesn't simply lie down and relax. It becomes restless, frustrated, and often destructive, chewing furniture, digging floors, barking nonstop, or developing obsessive habits like chasing shadows, staring at reflections, or spinning in circles. Now let's talk about appearance and size, because Border Collies are medium-sized dogs, usually around 30 to 45 pounds, or 14 to 20 kilograms. But don't let that medium size fool you. These dogs are pure athletes, with lean muscle, quick turns, and endless stamina. And their bodies are designed for speed and endurance, like a sports car built for performance. Their coat can be smooth or rough, and while the classic black and white Border Collie is the one most people recognize, you can also find them in stunning colors like blue merle, red and white, tricolor, and more. And their alert expression is so intense that sometimes it feels like they're reading your mind, which honestly, they kind of are, because their intelligence is not just hype. Border Collies learn commands faster than almost any breed, and that's exactly why they dominate obedience competitions, agility sports, herding trials, frisbee games, and advanced trick training. And if you enjoy teaching your dog cool skills, this breed can feel like a dream come true, because some Border Collies can learn a new behavior in just a few repetitions and then repeat it perfectly like they've been doing it for years. But here's the part new owners don't expect. Training a Border Collie is not about doing the same sit, stay, come every day, because repetitive training bores them fast. And when a Border Collie gets bored, they don't just lose interest, they start looking for something more exciting. And sometimes that excitement becomes bad behavior, like ignoring commands, grabbing objects, or turning your home into their personal obstacle course. The best Border Collie training is short, fun, and challenging, with variety and clear goals, using positive reinforcement, mental puzzles, and new tasks that keep their brains switched on. Because for this breed, mental exercise is just as important as physical exercise, and in many cases, a Border Collie that has used its brain properly will be calmer than one that only ran around. Now let's be real about energy, because this is where most people fail. Border Collies are extremely high-energy dogs, and most adults need at least 1.5 to 2 hours of real exercise every single day. And I don't mean one slow walk around the block while you scroll your phone. I mean real activity, like running, hiking, structured fetch, agility drills, long play sessions, or intense training games that keep them focused. And on top of that, they also need mental stimulation daily. Puzzle toys, scent games, obedience practice, learning new tricks, and interactive play. Because if you only exercise their body and ignore their mind, they can still be restless. And if you only stimulate their mind and ignore their body, they can still explode with energy. So you need both. This is why Border Collies are perfect for active people, outdoor lovers, dog sport enthusiasts, and owners who actually enjoy daily training. But they can be a bad choice for someone who wants a calm, low-maintenance dog, someone who is away from home all day, or someone who simply doesn't have the time and patience to commit every day. And yes, people always ask, can a Border Collie live in an apartment? And the honest answer is yes, but only if you are extremely consistent with exercise and mental work, because the real problem is not the size of your home, it's the lifestyle inside it. And a bored Border Collie in a small space can become noisy, destructive, and stressed very quickly. Now let's talk about personality. Because Border Collies are not just energetic, they're also highly sensitive and emotionally aware, which means they bond deeply with their owners and often want to stay close, learn routines, and be involved in everything you do. And that connection can be amazing, but it also means they can develop anxiety if they are left alone too long without training and preparation. They are not naturally aggressive dogs, but they are intense, and without direction, their intensity can turn into obsessive behavior, which is why structure is so important. And if you've ever seen a Border Collie stare at something like it's hypnotized, that's not random. That's the herding brain switching on, focusing hard, and waiting for action. For families, Border Collies can be wonderful dogs, but there's an important warning. Their herding instinct can show up around children, and they may try to herd kids by circling them, blocking them, chasing them, or even nipping at their heels. And this is not because they're being mean, it's because that's what they were designed to do. And without early training and socialization, it can become a problem. The best situation is when a Border Collie grows up with clear rules, supervision, and positive exposure to kids, and they often do best with older children who understand boundaries and know how to respect a dog's space, because if kids scream, run, and wave their arms around, a Border Collie may see that as a job that needs controlling. Around strangers, many Border Collies are polite but reserved, not always the instantly friendly type like a golden retriever. But once they trust you, their loyalty is next level, and they can become incredibly connected to their person like a true partner. Health-wise, Border Collies are generally a strong breed with an average lifespan of around 12 to 15 years, but like many purebred dogs, they can have some genetic risks like hip dysplasia, epilepsy, and Collie eye anomaly, which is why choosing a responsible breeder, doing regular vet checkups, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle matters a lot. Because these dogs love to run and jump, and injuries can happen if they push too hard without proper conditioning. Feeding them a balanced diet, keeping them at a healthy weight, and giving them consistent exercise can help protect their joints and overall health, especially as they age. Now let's quickly summarize the real pros and cons so you can make a smart decision. The biggest pros of the Border Collie are their intelligence, trainability, loyalty, responsiveness, and their ability to learn complex skills, making them perfect for obedience, agility, sports, and active lifestyles. And if you want a dog that can truly impress you every day, this breed can deliver. But the biggest cons are just as serious. They have very high energy, they require constant mental stimulation, they're not ideal for beginners, and if they get bored, they can develop behavior issues fast. And once those habits form, they can take time and effort to fix, which is why people often say Border Collies are not just dogs, they're a lifestyle. So who should get a Border Collie? This breed is perfect for someone who is active, enjoys training daily, wants a dog that can be a true teammate, and has the time to provide both physical and mental exercise every day. And it's especially great for people who want a dog to join them in running, hiking, agility, frisbee, or advanced training routines. And if you want a calm dog that is happy with short walks, if you're away from home often, if you want a low-maintenance pet, or if you don't enjoy training and structure, then a Border Collie may not be the right match, no matter how cute or smart they look online. And here's the final truth. Border Collies are brilliant, loyal, and hard-working, but only in the right hands. And if you can match their energy, challenge their mind, and give them purpose, they will reward you with one of the strongest human-dog bonds you can ever experience. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more dog breed breakdowns, and comment below. Would you personally choose a Border Collie, or is this breed too intense for your lifestyle?